अब हम बात करेंगे रिएजेंट्स और सप्लाईज के हवाले से विच आर रिक्वायर्ड फॉर हाइब्रिडाइजेशन प्रोसेस। अगर हाइब्रिडाइजेशन प्रोसेस की समरी के हवाले से देखा जाए, इसमें हमें स्टार्ट करना है विद द मेम्ब्रेन। पहला स्टेप मेम्ब्रेन को सोक करना है किसी बफर में, उसके बाद प्री हाइब्रिडाइजेशन का स्टेप आता है, देन हाइब्रिडाइजेशन एंड देन अ सीरीज ऑफ वॉशिंग्स which needs different types of buffers, and then we can proceed further to record the results. So this method is going to use different types of buffers, different types of solutions which have different compositions to perform somehow the same step but with the variable concentrations. So we are going to have some buffer solutions which are phosphate SDS washing buffers. They are of two types, and the washing buffer 1 differs from the washing buffer 2 only in the presence or absence of BSA, bovine serum albumin. Then we have a variety of sodium phosphate buffers or sodium citrate buffers. If we look at their concentration, they differ from each other very mildly, very slightly, but they are going to perform specific role at specific step during washing after the hybridization. उसके बाद हमें चाहिए न्यूक्लिक एसिड्स और ओलिगोन्यूक्लियोटाइड्स। अब जो न्यूक्लिक एसिड्स हैं वो हमारे पास कमोबेश 3 किस्म के हैं। द फर्स्ट वन इज द DNA sample which is immobilized on the membrane, which we are going to hybridize. The second is an optional choice, that is poly-A RNA. In some cases, poly-A RNA can be used to block the poly-T-rich sequences of genomic DNA, but this is not always required to be used. Then the third type of nucleic acid we need is probe, which can be DNA by nature, which can be RNA by nature. ये वही प्रोब है जिसके हवाले से हम आगे चल के बात करेंगे how to prepare it, but this is the segment of the DNA which is going to emit the radiations. This is complementary with the DNA sequence which we are studying or which we are trying to find out. Then the solvent sperm DNA is used. The solvent sperm DNA is used to block the nylon membrane, overall nylon membrane. If you remember, we have talked about that the nylon membrane has close affinity to bind with the DNA. और अगर एक लम्हे के लिए हम ये सोच लें कि सॉल्मन स्पर्म DNA को यूज़ ना किया जाए, तो जो हमारा प्रोब DNA है दैट इज़ गोइंग टू बाइंड विद द मेम्ब्रेन एंड दैट विल नो मोर बी अवेलेबल टू find out and to bind with the complementary sequence of the DNA. So the results will not be exact which we should be getting or which we should be recording. So therefore we have to block the membrane using Solomon sperm's DNA. अब हमारे पास दो किस्म का DNA है जिसको हम स्टडी करते हैं, एक है जीनोमिक DNA और एक है क्लोन DNA. इन दोनों टाइप्स के DNA को सदरन ब्लॉटिंग के थ्रू स्टडी किया जा सकता है, बट फॉर दीज टू टाइप्स वी हैव स्लाइटली डिफरेंट कंडीशंस ऑफ द प्रोबिंग. फॉर एग्जांपल, if we are working with the genomic DNA, we start with the 10 microgram of DNA sample with the electrophoresis, and we assume that the immobilized DNA is also 10 microgram on the nylon membrane. And for that purpose, the required probe concentration or quantity should be 10 to 20 nanograms per milliliter of the hybridization solution. If we use less probe, so there will be proportional difference and the results will not be approximately good. In case of clone DNA, we use 10 nanogram of the DNA for electrophoresis. As the DNA is reduced in quantity, so the probe will also be less, which is required for hybridization. In this case, we can use 1 to 2 nanogram of probe per ml of the hybridization solution, and the hybridization time could be for 6 to 8 hours to get good signals.